Now to the latest in the war in Ukraine. The Ukrainian counteroffensive is yielding victories. Their forces are retaking large amounts of territory.
Meanwhile, Russian troops are forced to retreat, some all the way back to Russia. ABC's Ike Ejiochi has more.
New images today from Ukraine's long-planned counteroffensive. Their troops now making massive gains in the northeast and in some cases causing Russian forces to flee across the border back into Russia. This dramatic video, posted by Ukrainian troops, shows their soldiers emerging from the woods after what they claim is an ambush on Russian fighters. Over the course of 24 hours, Ukraine claims to have liberated more than 20 towns, as well as more than 2,300 square miles of territory in northeastern Ukraine the Russians had held for months. National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby won't say Ukraine is winning the war, but says things are moving in a positive direction.
At least in the Donbass, there's a sense of momentum here by the Ukrainian armed forces. And so what we're going to do is continue to support them as best we can.
As Ukraine seizes back its territory, Russia is retaliating, sending missiles into the heart of Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city, killing at least one person. Elsewhere in the city, Ukraine's emergency services saying firefighters had to battle flames at the National Police building after Monday's shelling. This comes after Russia's recent targeting of power stations in Kharkiv, leaving many residents in the dark. Ukrainian President Zelensky calling Russia's attacks desperate. Following his losses on the battlefield, Russian leader Vladimir Putin now facing threats from within. Elected officials from 18 districts inside Russia now calling for Putin's resignation.
We note that he's coming under more criticism, but it's going to really be up to the Russian people to decide how they handle that.
Meanwhile, the head of the UN's nuclear watchdog agency says he's still gravely concerned about shelling surrounding the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, but says both sides say they're still interested in establishing a protection zone. Ike Ejiochi, ABC News, Washington.
And the fighting is having a ripple effect on most of Europe right now. France is taking measures to reduce energy consumption by 10%. That's in response to Russia cutting its gas supply, which is pushing up energy prices. Today, the mayor of Paris said the city will switch off the Eiffel Tower's lights an hour earlier than normal. It'll also lower the water temperature in city pools and delay heating public buildings. France is not as reliant on Russian gas as other neighbors. Still, the record number of nuclear reactor outages is forcing France to import power when it would normally export it. Cutting off the Eiffel Tower at 11:45 p.m. instead of 1 a.m. is expected to reduce its power consumption by 4%.